What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I'm gonna show you just a part of this hearing. There was a few things that were said, and I just found it amazing. Okay, so you have Representative Estes. He's going to be talking about the Social Security Fairness Act. So if you guys don't know, the Social Security Fairness Act that was passed, it was actually signed into law January 5th of this year. It provided an increase for people receiving Social Security benefits, a group about roughly 3 million people that receive Social Security benefits, people who worked, earned a pension, didn't pay into Social Security, or you had people who earned a pension and they were trying to get spousal benefits or survivor benefits. And so what the Social Security Fairness Act did is it eliminated weapon GPO. Now, weapon GPO, that was a calculation that they used for people who earn pensions. Not everyone, but certain people who earn pensions. And in some cases, it was eliminating Social Security benefits entirely. And so he's going to talk about this. And I want you to catch what he says. And I did a little research, and I'll show you the research that I did. And so after I did that research, then I had a little bit more to say about what he was talking about when it comes to the Social Security Fairness Act. So you guys will understand exactly what I'm talking about right now in a second. But first off, you guys can do me a favor. Please like the video. If you're watching this video and you want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to play the clip first so you can hear what he says. And then we're going to go ahead and do a little research and come back. And then I have some things to talk about when it comes to Representative Estes and his support for the Social Security Fairness Act. Here we go.
Before I pass a call on the next speaker, I just want to remind everybody that, effective the start of this year, Congress has put in effect the Social Security Fairness Act, which actually increased benefits for weapon GPO recipients. So I know there's some benefits increase that a lot of people, including people in my district, that were benefited from.
Will the gentleman yield?
You know what's interesting? I'm going to do some research. He's talking about the Social Security Fairness Act. I hope Representative Estes voted for the Social Security Fairness Act because he's talking about it as an increase to Social Security benefits, which it is. And I've talked about it on this channel. I think it's good. Some people might not agree with me when it comes down to it, but I think the Social Security Fairness Act is fair for people who receive a pension. They earned a pension, didn't pay into Social Security, or with regards to spousal benefits. So if you earn a pension and you want to receive spousal benefits, before they had a different calculation, weapon GPO. And in some cases under weapon GPO, those benefits were removed entirely. So they weren't receiving anything. So now they've righted that. And I think that's a good thing. But I'm going to do some research and I'll come back to you guys to see if he voted for it. I'm hoping he did because he's praising it as something good, which it is, an increase to Social Security benefits. But if he voted against it and now he's talking about how good it is for an increase for benefits, well, stay tuned. Okay, so I had to do the research. I wanted to do it now. I don't want to wait and watch it. But you heard what he just said about the Social Security Fairness Act and how it provides this increase for Social Security beneficiaries. Now we're looking at, and this is Google, just did a Google search, did Representative Estes vote for the Social Security Fairness Act? No, Representative Ron Estes of Kansas voted against the Social Security Fairness Act, H.R. 82. And so it's amazing to me how a politician will sit there and say, yeah, I just wanted to remind you that we passed the Social Security Fairness Act earlier this year, and it provided an increase for people receiving Social Security benefits. But guess what? He didn't vote for it. He voted against it. But now he's taking credit because, yes, people were receiving lump sum checks, thousands of dollars, in some case $10,000, $15,000 in a lump sum check, and then their benefits were being increased monthly. And he's talking about it as if he supported it, but he voted against it. Do you see how crazy that is? And he's not the first politician to do that. There was a congresswoman in Florida that was talking about there was money that was coming to her district, and she was praising the money that was coming to her district. But guess what? She voted against the bill that would have brought that money to her district. But the bill still passed, and so the money came to her district, and now she is praising the fact that the money came to her district and taking credit for the fact that she is bringing this money to her district when she voted in. He's taking credit for something he voted against. I mean, look, if you're out there right now and you're in his district or in any, pay attention to these Congress people. If you're in his district, you should hold him accountable for that if you are receiving Social Security benefits or even if you're not, because he's trying to take credit for something he had nothing to do with, that he didn't want. Okay, and one more thing. At the very end there, you have the chairman, Mr. Estes, and then you have Representative Larson, who is the ranking member. And you heard Representative Larson say something, was it paid for? Talking about the Social Security Fairness Act. One of the criticisms of the Social Security Fairness Act is that it wasn't paid for. All they did was they eliminated weapon GPO. Now, that's good for a lot of people. That's good for the 3 million people that I was talking about that are receiving benefit increases. It's good for them. However, if you don't provide a pay for, that means those Social Security trust funds, they're going to be depleted a little bit sooner. And they did some research on this. And I think it was a CBO that did the research and said that we were looking at a 6 month, it'd be 6 months sooner as far as the trust funds being depleted, because now you have to draw more money from the trust funds in order to pay out these increases. So you heard Representative Larson talk about that. Was it paid for? Now, the reason why he is asking was it paid for, or making that statement was it paid for, is because in the Social Security 2100 Act, his proposal, it eliminated weapon GPO, but it was paid for. They were raising the FICA contribution on people who earn over $400,000. And so that's how he was paying for it. However, the Social Security Fairness Act doesn't have a pay for. So all it does is eliminates weapon GPO. And when it comes to the funding is still going to come from Social Security, still going to come from the trust funds. So I thought that I just wanted to point that out, because you might have heard him talking in the background. He was actually asking, Representative Larson was asking if he could say something. And the chair was trying to kindly tell him, no, we're going to move on to the next speaker. But he went ahead and said that anyway. So I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about all of the stuff we just talked about? I mean, you have a representative out there, Representative Estes, saying, look, we provided an increase for Social Security benefits. He voted against it. How crazy is that? That a politician would have the gall to say that. And Representative Larson should have actually called him out. Maybe Representative Larson didn't know his voting record, didn't know if he voted for it or against it. But Representative Larson should have called him out on that. Look, you voted against it. You're taking credit for the Social Security Fairness Act when you voted against it? Maybe, and I haven't watched the whole hearing yet. It's over 3 hours, so maybe you'll have a congressperson that will say something. But I just think it's just crazy. These politicians now, they're so emboldened where they'll just say anything, and they'll take credit for anything. And I guess they're just hoping that the American people don't realize what's going on. So I want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.